Hello everybody, it's Daniel here. Just completed today's group talk on 19th of May 2011. Today's participants were Tomoaki, Kayo and Noriko. And the topic of the session today was, can you tell me about an accident you've seen? Okay, so accidents we've seen. I mentioned that shortly after I arrived here in Tokyo, I was on my way to the local train station, and all of a sudden I saw people from the ambulances and policemen arriving through the ticket gates, and they were rushing to an area by the tracks in front of the platform. So I guess I just missed the accident, but I saw the consequences of what happened next, or what was happening. So yeah, obviously someone jumped in front of a train, and so that's what I mentioned. And okay, another student mentioned that one student went to a G1 race, or one of the main horse racing events in Osaka, and she said this place was packed, so many people in the stadium, and when the race ended, of course everybody rushed to the exit, and she said so many people tried to go down the escalator, and people just tripped over each other, and I guess some people got walked over, some people collapsed, so obviously there were some injuries, so it was an accident. But luckily she was unharmed. Another accident someone saw, one student today saw a protester and a policeman physically fighting. So I don't know if it's an accident, but he didn't watch the whole thing, so maybe there was an accident after the fight happened. So, and I think there's one more. Oh yeah, one more accident. One student, they had a problem with the electrical connections in their house, and so the student was vacuuming, and she saw some sparks pop out, and of course that's an accident, and it's also a hazard because a fire could immediately happen. So okay, but everybody was safe, so that was the good thing, including me. Okay, no mistakes to tell you about today, so good job. Just some new vocabulary, and I have my 3 words of the day. Athletic, bookmaker, and oblivious. Let's start with athletic. Definition is physically strong, fit, and active. For example, Noriko is very athletic. She does many physical activities. Number 2, bookmaker. Person whose job is to take bets on the result of horse races, etc., and pay out money to people who win. For example, there are so many bookmakers in England, and people usually have a favorite bookmaker. Lastly, number 3, oblivious. Not aware of. Kayo's mother was oblivious to the sparks coming from the vacuum, and I eventually became oblivious to the smell of fish. Okay, so yeah, that concludes today's group talk summary. It was a pleasure having you all here, and I hope to see you again at another group talk soon. Bye for now.